just a few subjects on today. What's happening, man? Of course, gonna do a quick recap about MLK Day. I didn't get a chance. I know my mic and stuff was messing up last time um, about the Katt Williams and BPD situation. So, got a little time today, so I'm on here. So, I'm gonna come back in just a moment, do a recap of that. Hey, what's happening, man? It's your boy Patrick Jackson Jr., the game changer here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, chopping it up with me. Got some time tonight. Definitely wanted to go over and do some thank yous about what happened with MLK. Again, gonna talk about and dive in some of the Katt Williams stuff in BPD. But MLK Day was phenomenal. Had a great time there. I mean, from the breakfast to the march. Um, I mean, it was just off the chain. It was off the chain. The morning segment, of course, the breakfast was phenomenal. Okay. Uh-huh. And so most of this stuff, um, when it comes to MLK Day, I think sometimes it gets taken for granted. It gets put to the side. It's not really as important, but I think that um, more and more we start to reflect on what it actually has meant to a lot of our ancestors, especially our kids, needs to be kind of tied into that. And so from the breakfast, the food was good, the messages were great. Um, I mean, from speaker after speaker, the awardees was phenomenal. They put on a phenomenal event. Definitely showed out for the march. Um, I mean, it was great. It was great. It was great. People showed up for the march. Shout out to all of those that participated. I mean, our entire team did an excellent job of helping. Shout out to the motorcycle clubs that helped out, man. Definitely came through and did their thing as well. Um, Showing up and showing out. Much, 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 much love to our motorcycle crews out here for showing up and showing out like they always do. To the community members, to that crew showing up, everybody that was on the program that did phenomenal, from Pastor Tim Graves to Pastor Freddie Thomas to Pastor Mike Jenkins. Thank you to St. Peter's Church for always opening up their doors for the celebration, and so many other churches have done so as well. We also had some great young men. I think there's been some video highlights of that as well that came and did some great speeches um, during that time. And I mean, it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal to see those young men, especially little brother Sims and little Josiah, um, doing their speeches. Little Sims did his. Um, Lil Sims did his whole thing on what it means, what Dr. King's means to me, and then you also had Josiah do the "I Have a Dream" speech, which he did phenomenal. I mean, it was off the chain. If you missed it, you definitely got to be there next year. Um, to all the vendors were phenomenal. They enjoyed themselves. People patronized the different businesses. And so, again, man, if you missed it, you definitely missed a great treat. Shout out to the Anthonys as well. To our entire team, you know, we have a very large group of people that volunteered and support, but our initial team definitely did a phenomenal job from Bernard to, I know I'm getting in trouble just naming names, so I'm just going to be doing our initial crew. I'm gonna be doing our initial crew that I'm gonna be highlighting. So from Bernard to brother Danny to Artisa to Bianca to Shauna um, to um, who else is on our initial crew? Letitia to um, um, Elder Ellis as well, um, doing such a phenomenal job of putting all that together. And so, and then of course our youth, we got a gang of our youth that helped as well, and they helped lead the march. You know, it was just a great time. And if you miss it this year, make sure you lock in for next year. There's a lot of great other events that'll be coming up that y'all can tap into. I know there's a bunch of great stuff that's happening around the city. I'm happy to see it. I'm able to participate in some of it, and really a lot of it. I try to go and support and be a part of it and get it. You know, thank you all for the invites. Those that invite me to participate, come speak, and be at your various events. I'm definitely honored and privileged to be able to attend and be there when I'm able to, and so I'm appreciative of that. Big time, big time, big time, big time. If you showed up to the march, go ahead and say something in the comments. If you showed up, showed out, had a good time at the march, make sure you put something in the comments as well that you celebrated MLK. And if you didn't, if you celebrate MLK in a different way, let me know, how did you celebrate MLK? Put it in the comments. Let me know how you celebrated MLK Day. Some of y'all may have not even had a day off. I was talking to some of the brothers, even one of the people that was wanting to volunteer. They wasn't off on that day. They wanted to participate, but their job didn't recognize it as a day off for them. So they had to go to work. So tell me how you spent your MLK Day and how that all came about for you. Also, um, the Katt Williams situation. Katt Williams, man. Hey, listen, Katt Williams on Club Shay Shay went bonkers. I mean, it went bananas. Like the viewership of it has gone crazy. It's definitely going to surpass, I believe, the most watched entertainment interview by a podcaster. I think was Joe Rogan. I think they said it was at like 52, 54, somewhere in there, 54 million. It has been going on 2 weeks now, and it's already at 50 million. It's already at 50 million. It's already at 50 freaking million, man. That's crazy. The amount of traction that it's got. And it was just extremely hilarious. There's a lot of people that's been going back and forth talking about the interview. It's been I know they've been milking the interviews and a lot of the responses that have happened. But one thing that I did see was there was some hating going on from people hating on Shannon, and now there's a lot of questions about him, and talking about he wasn't a journalist and he should have stopped this and that, and I, if you're I'm a comic fan. I love comics. I like laughing. I enjoy laughing. So a lot of our favorite comics, I am a comic connoisseur, if you would say. We had went and saw Katt when he was out here, which was 2 or 3 weeks ago now. Went and saw him, when he was in town. So and he had a great lineup that was here. The lineup was phenomenal. The lineup did extremely well. Um, so I'm definitely locked in with um, with that. Definitely locked in with that. So if you think if you think that Cat Williams was going back down from these dudes that was gonna say he came crazy prepared. I mean ridiculously prepared um, for this whole situation. So um, if somebody thought that it wasn't going to be what it was, I didn't think that it was going to catapult to this. But Cat has always been ready to respond to people. You know, when they try to say things about him. Anytime his name is rained, especially if anybody of anything, if they're saying it on a platform or something, he's ready to respond um, to you. He's ready to respond to anybody. And so I just thought Shannon did a great job with the interview. A lot of people been hating on him. I saw it was a huge issue with Steven Jackson. I think he's a straight hater, trying to hate on Shannon with his commentary and what he did, because they ain't never did no numbers, none of that. So, yeah, I just thought the dude was hating, man. You know, clout chasing and stuff. The dude doing his thing. He making it happen. He holding it down. Man, leave the man alone. Leave the man alone. Dang. You're trying to attach his name. Now, what's his name said it? He said it funny, though. Mike Epps was like, man, I wish you would have said something about me. I'm going on tour, man. They would have put my numbers up. Now, he said it jokingly in a way like, hey, good press, bad press, all makes everything different, right? It all makes it come raining down. So you ain't got to worry about a perception of what somebody gonna say about you and things like that. But then Steven Jackson, he came from a whole different perspective. He could have came in a joking way, like, man, I wish I would have did an interview like that, and then people wouldn't have been thought he was being a hater, just trying to hate on the dude. Hate on the dude about what? Nothing. Cat Williams is doing his thing. He holding it down. He making it happen. Don't be hating on that man. Don't be hating on that man. Dude doing dope on the podcast. Let him hold it down. These is comedians going at it. They supposed to go at it with each other. And Cat Williams and brought some stuff to light that was kind of speculation. It was under the covers a little bit. He was hitting a whole lot of things. I mean, ramming them off. And it was just so. I mean, it was like literally watching a comedy special interview. I mean, I think that's a whole new line right there. Like, that's a whole new way of doing comedy. The dude did a comedy special sitting there in an interview. That's crazy. Sitting in an interview, he did an entire monologue comedy skit. So it was just hilarious just to see all of that stuff happen and how it happened. That conversation has to go down in history. And it's great to see Shannon, especially him moving from Skip Bayless, the whole issue that happened with that. Those that follow sports like I do, I'm a sports head, especially a basketball and football head. So I'll do a lot of commentary and talking about that. So I know the Lakers is playing Dallas tonight. And so that's going to be an interesting situation as well. I wonder if the game has started already. I think it did. But I know Dallas is playing the Lakers tonight. But we shall see how that's going to pan out. We can see how that's going to pan out. F is going to. But seeing how all this going to work, yeah, it's nice to see Katt make it do his thing. It's nice to see Katt do his thing. Nice to see him. He on the 100 city tour right now. Got a bunch of people with him. The controversy about Kevin Hart talking about suing him. It's a whole lot of stuff. I'm going to go into some of that stuff even later on and just do a whole piece on him breaking that stuff down, because he's, Katt said, they going back and forth with Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart wanting to sue the dude on what basis. I'm interested to see this. He's suing him based on what? And I know a lot of that didn't come out until he knew that Katt Williams now has Kevin Hart's ex-wife on the tour, because she's a comedian. And so she's on the tour. He's giving her a huge platform. He going to be selling out arenas. So whatever she got to say, It's coming. So that's gonna be interesting to see how she wasn't on the tour when they came here. So it would have been dope if she was, and we was able to see Katt after this thing had blew up. But we saw him, I think maybe a week before this interview got aired. Yeah, I think we literally saw him a week before this interview popped, went on, and went crazy. Like it popped and went crazy. Popped and went crazy. But also, last thing I'm going to touch on, but I'm going to touch on the rest of that stuff later because there's a bunch of details that come with that with Katt Williams and the updates and the lawsuits and stuff that's trying to come with that and people trying to bring scare tactics when all of them are comedians. I mean, they're all comedians, so you're going to be saying funny stuff. You're going to be saying stuff that's kind of out of pocket and all that type of stuff. That's all part of the, a comedian suing another comedian sounds kind of silly when you're saying jokes, right? If there was an assault, I see a comedian suing somebody like the whole Chris Rock, Will Smith, but, they ain't two comedians, but, the dude assaulted him, right? If you're going to sue him and do whatever, that case, but these dudes is using words and it's just making jokes, and that's supposed to be part of the culture and, somebody doing a lawsuit. But in the words of lawsuits, think about this. Think about this. The issue that is happening, especially with BPD at the moment. I've seen the many of you, if you have or have not seen the video of Brother Dante Heath with his encounter with BPD, it was very, very graphic. The way that they handled him, it would just seem wrong all the way around. The brother was in the vehicle, got pulled over. The story had been that it was supposed to be a seatbelt ticket, things of that sort. Haven't seen the charge or anything come through. And I believe the DA is probably going to even be dropping the charges because I think it's something of just obstruction. It's not even a seatbelt charge or anything like that, which is supposed to be a ticket in the first place. But nevertheless, they pulled our brother out of the vehicle, manhandling, broke his arm. Saw him the other day. He was at the MLK march. And that was something that he's always supported, man. He's always supported the community in ways of advocacy. Many things that we've been on the forefront when even things that have gone national and things like that. For our local situations and issues, he has supported. Especially with him changing his life, helping other young men and in our community, helping young men in our community have a better place in a safer space to be in. It's just disheartening to see another brother go through a situation like that, which is tough. It's tough to see people being put in situations that they didn't ask to be in. It's very tough to wrap my head around seeing another brother have to deal with those type of things. And, he's definitely a great family man, a father, and to see those things kind of projected and continue on throughout our community is disheartening. And of course, there's a seek for justice. At this moment, it is in the process of lawyers getting involved and them being a part of the lawsuit of going after the department in the city. And that's pretty much the only thing that we have as a way of trying to right the wrong that has happened. And so sometimes these situations I know happen more often than not. And that's part of the problem. There's a lot of people that will come forward and people that even call me and they be afraid to come forward with the information. They call me wanting to vent. but really don't want to take that next step in fear of retaliation, because many of people have seen that before. And so even Brother Dante taking that initial step of standing up not only for himself, um, but could potentially be inspiring others to be able to be bold enough to come forward and bold enough to not be silent about the wrong that have happened to them, and someone taking advantage, somebody taking advantage. And so it's something for us to really take pause, think about, because it's traumatic. It's not something that is this shouldn't be normalized. You know, these are things that shouldn't be normalized. These situations that are horrific for people to go through, and just like Dr. King would say, an injustice anywhere is an injustice to people, you know, everywhere. So you cannot allow small injustices to happen, because if you don't put that out, it's soon gonna be in front of your front door. That's why us being silent about it, not being proactive about it, in some type of way. I know I'm a person that really don't put pressure on people to say, "Hey, you ain't doing this, or you not doing enough," and da 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 da. Because I'll hear that all the time, and you know, I'm a person that just believes anything that a person does outside of your household is a blessing. Because if you just do your household, you're doing your responsibility of what you're supposed to do for us as a community, and anything you do outside of that, we should all appreciate. I don't care if you go and pick up a piece of trash that's not in front of your yard. You know, we should be thankful that that person didn't have to do it, but they did. They didn't have to put forth an additional effort outside of their own home, but they did. And so shout out to all the mentors, people that are out there doing things in the community, people that are giving back, people that are pouring back into people, pouring back resources into communities that need it. And so you're definitely superstars in my book, no matter how small nor how big that you're doing it. Man, it's something phenomenal to see and do. And so it's great. Got a whole bunch more announcements that are going to be coming out from the awards that we have coming up. Also, some grand openings that are happening as well, which is pretty cool. Also, got some art exhibit, I believe, art exhibit that's happening in February as well. So definitely be coming in and highlighting some of those events that'll be coming up. I know that even tonight, right now, there's a human trafficking event that Odessa is putting on, and man, it's phenomenal to see the amount of things that are going on in our community to put forth effort for our folks to make a difference and a change. And so it is nice to see people that care, people that want to put forth an effort, people that have genuine hearts to help people. And so, again, like these things that are happening throughout our country, these things that are happening to us as a people when it comes to law enforcement and the traumatization that is happening to us, it is not something that we should feel is normal. This is not normal. It's not normal for us to, and I think that's part of the problem, is that we're starting to normalize these things. Like, we know it's happening, and it's like, oh, it happened again. Dang, okay. Like it's kind of a here go another one type thing. But we still have to be vigilant and proactive in seeking justice for sure. But I'm excited about definitely another college tour, not college tour, the black. We had in LA for a black college expo, the Black College Expo, that will highlight a lot of the HBCUs, not all of them, but a lot of the HBCUs, college institutions that we have that our students can apply for, and they're all going to be in LA. And so we'll be taking a bus down there to the Black College Expo. And so the youth can sign up Definitely be some links that'll be available for that, for you to be able to sign a youth up and go and experience that. We've had youth that have been accepted to the colleges right on the spot. No fees included. The trip is absolutely free. They get a free trip down. It actually costs to go to the expo. That is covered. We have that covered as well, and they will receive free lunch from us as well. So they're pretty much, they have no out of pocket expense unless they want to come spend. They need some, want some spending money on their own. So parents don't have to worry about having to come up with additional funds and stuff to help their kids to get there. So this is a way for them to, one, have an opportunity to get out of Bakersfield. One, go and experience a great black experience for sure, where they can go and hang out and try to get into the and experience these different colleges that want them to be there. You know, they're asking for them to apply, so they get one-on-one touch from these great recruiters at these different schools, where they can come and holler at them and sit down with them and see if they can be accepted at their school. So you just pretty much need to have your transcripts and stuff ready. There's a list of things that you'll need to have just multiple of, and have your folders ready to show them and submit to them, and fill out your application and get those things in. But, you know, we get down there early, be there all day, hang out, have a good time. Man, there's something for the books. Like, we need to make sure we're getting more and more of our folks inside of these schools, man. So it's another opportunity for us to get about the city. You know, go down there, hang out. I know we know some kids have never even left the city before, so for them to go and experience something different, and it's absolutely free, no charge, no cost to them, no cost to the parents. All they got to do is show up, get their stuff, make sure that they have all their transcripts and things like that, fill out the application, be on time. We ain't gonna be on no colored folk time. Ain't gonna be no black folk time now. We gonna be on time. We got to be on time. Preparation is very, very important. Preparation is important. So we got to teach that. So we ain't gonna be waiting. And so we will have those lists. Though we are limited in seating. I believe we're gonna be able to take about 40 students down there, and gonna enjoy that whole thing. And so those links will be in the comment as well. If you have young people, that especially seniors, man. If you have young folks, seniors will have priority, but you can sign your kids up. Any of the high schoolers are able to go if we don't have enough seniors. So make sure that you have some seniors. If you have a senior, it's great. If you even have a high school student, please submit them. Even a college student, if you're a current college student and you may want to do a transfer, right? If you want to do a transfer from like BC or somewhere, if you want to go to HBCU, this is your opportunity to go down there and interact with some of these colleges as well. And so if you know anybody, share this live, share this feed, share the link to them. I'll make sure I drop that link for the event in here as well. And I'll also be highlighting it again, as that event is held on February the 10th. And so we'll be leaving super early in the morning, get down there, come back. Hopefully we come back with some folks that have been accepted at some of these colleges, man. That is the goal. Go down there, show up and show out, and show that Bakersfield has individuals that are taking their education seriously and really wanting to go to the next level. That's what it's all about. Taking and elevating yourself, taking and elevating who you are and what you want to be, and pushing yourself forward, because the greatness that's in you is going to help propel us as a community. And so, if you have the opportunity to go, I believe that you should go, and, don't be lazy. Take advantage of the opportunity. That's why we stay in a poor mindset. I say that all the time. We have to get out of a poor mindset. A poor mindset. What is a poor mindset? To me, it's an acronym for the word poor. It's passing over opportunities repeatedly. Poor, passing over opportunities repeatedly. Every time there's an opportunity in front of you, you just pass it up. You just pass it up. You just pass it up. And you stay in a poor mindset of never elevating or taking yourself to the next level, because you keep passing over opportunity, looking for the next quick fix, instead of doing things and putting yourself in circles and situations that can elevate you. And so if you're a parent, if you're a young person, if you're a grandma, if you're an auntie, uncle, whatever, you get this information. Especially this is for our young people. If you want them to go, or you have people in that age range, I would implore you and encourage you to make sure that they at least go and experience it. A lot of times we don't know. I had one of the students even last year that was taken was kind of reluctant to go. I was like, man, you need to go. Just go ahead and go try it out. Come on. Sometimes they just need that encouragement. Got down there, loved it. Loved it. Didn't think had the greatest grades to enter into what they thought some of the procedures. You should have saw the reaction of the recruiters. Was like, listen, there's a pathway for you. We're going to be able to do this, and this for you. And then you're going to be able to come on and line yourself up. Man, you should have saw how that student just blossomed up and was like, wow, y'all accept me I'm not even in the greatest position, because some of the kids had, 4.2s and all that type of stuff. And so some of those other students didn't have the top tier grades and was kind of timid on approaching the schools. And so once getting out of the shell, then all of a sudden it was on and cracking. It was on and cracking. And being able to see the love and the understanding and support from somebody that's at that level of where you're trying to get to, and they're saying, listen, we can work with this. Don't fret. If you willing to put in the work, we willing to help you. And that hearing those things helps really elevate a kid to the next level. And I see that is what's happening. Even at some of our even local university, we're seeing that a little bit at BC, we're seeing that at CSUB. You're having Black faculty and staff really trying to embrace and bring in and create an atmosphere where they feel welcome. And so putting those Black faces, because sometimes, you need that. I think most people need that from most communities, especially in the recruitment process. I don't care if you're Black, white, Hispanic. Sometimes you need that relationship, that someone that can relate to you, someone that can draw that in with you, and then all of a sudden you're doing something totally different. It makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. A major difference when you have somebody that you feel that is in your corner. When you have somebody that you feel like really cares about what you're going through, that really cares about what's happening with you. And so I'm seeing some of the schools really start to take that a little bit more serious. And I think we're going to get better turnouts from that. And of course, when they do that, what happens? Have more kids graduating, have more kids that is getting gainfully employed, that are climbing up their career ladder, because just from that little bit of encouragement, a little bit from everybody, again, us as a community, I don't care what little bit you do, it goes a long way. It goes a long way. So a lot of folks want to argue and backbite and say things about folks all the time, saying these people ain't doing that and these people ain't doing enough and this and that. It needs to stop. No matter what anybody decides to do, you have the ability. You have the fortitude. You're in position to do something that is great. And you have to be serious about it. We got to figure that out. We got to figure that out. As a community, number one thing, the love got to be there. The love part is important. Super important. Hey, what's up, Cynthia? What's up, Hannah? She said education is free if you want it. Come on, want it? Ain't that the truth? Education is free. You can build yourself up to be great if you want to. But you got to take the time, and parents have to really engage and be involved. And I don't care what it is. You can push college, you can push trades, you can push being certified in something. whatever it is, get a skill, get something under your belt. But just doing nothing, and that's one of the things I want to encourage parents to do. The children cannot do just nothing. Like that can't be what it is. It can't just not be doing nothing. You got to be doing something, not just nothing. You got to be doing something productive, moving forward, pushing yourself, pushing your family members. That is so important for all of us to do. It's not here or there. But this is a huge topic of conversation, especially with education and what that means to us as a community, what that means to us as a people. How do we tie into that? What is the care? What is, going back to Dr. King? The message that we have for the march is, what are you doing for others? What are you doing for others? What small little thing you can do to help somebody forward? What small little thing you can do? The small little thing you can do can go a whole long way. You could think it's small, you could think it's whatever, but it can definitely go a long way. It can. Hey, Mama, how you doing? Good to see you up. Hey, Mama. She said, yes, you got to be doing something. That's right. What are you going to be doing to move yourself, your family, a loved one, whatever it is, whatever you decide to do. But education is very important to us. That's why we're doing the trip, the Black College Expo. Again, it's absolutely free for them to go. There is an admission cost and all that type of stuff, and we're going to be giving them free food and stuff, but it's going to be absolutely free to them. And we want them to be able to just get down there, enjoy it. You can get out of the city, go to LA, enjoy themselves. Of course, it's a lot of kids, that come from all over the state that comes to this, because they come to LA, they fly in all these different recruiters from the HBCUs, and everybody is tying in. They coming, and everybody having a good time. That's what it's about. And folks is hungry, and they want to see y'all too. At the end of the day, they be hungry for folks to just come there, and they be honored, especially when people come from other states to come to their school. Man, they be like, man, y'all came from a whole nother state, thought about, y'all passed up all these schools to come to us. And that's why us doing travel, it's okay. If you value education, hey man, it's okay. And even if you decide to stay here, we still got great people in positions, even here at BC and CSUB. So wherever you're at, I'm here in Bakersfield, California. I know some of you that tune in, you're in other places. Whatever you decide to do, I don't care if it's going to cosmetology school. If you feel like giving up, no, keep grinding. Go and get it done. If you want to go into plumbing or, whatever it is, you want to go into carpentry. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish and do and be, go and be and do that. Don't allow yourself to be held back by what other people say. I'm going to say that one more time. Do not be held back by what other people say. People will try to belittle you, make you feel small, make you feel inadequate, the whole nine. You can have a plan for your life. You can switch and pivot at any point. Today, you can want to be a hairstylist. Tomorrow, you can want to be the president of a bank. Today, you cool with, going to school to be an engineer. And tomorrow, you can want to start your own janitorial service. Like it's okay to pivot. It's okay to pivot. It's all good. It's not going to make you any less. And I just wanted to drop that in your spirit real quick before I got up off of here. I want to drop that in your spirit. So if you got kids, grandkids, if it's aunties, uncles, grandmas, cousins or whatever, and you got a young person that wants, that's a senior or even in high school. So seniors will have priority on the trip, but we will also take young people as well. If we don't fill it up with seniors, that will go just for them to have the experience. Getting in that atmosphere, even if you're not a senior, we'll be able to get access to these things early, access to What schools are out there? You can interact with some of the recruiters. We had some 10th graders that had went and some 11th graders that had went before, and they was like, oh, I'm gonna want to go to that school. So they already they done went down there, and now they're able to check them out and see, hey man, I like what they offering. I see the path that they can give for me. So I'm gonna make sure I apply there. So preparation is key. This is even for youth that are 9th and 10th and 11th grade, so that they can go down there and experience. That's why I know BC does the college tours. We make sure that we support that as well. CSUB does the college tours as well, just so that people can be aware of what's happening, what's going on. And once you experience it, that's why they love when you get to their campuses and stuff too. But when you're able to get introduced to some of these recruiters, and they hire top-notch, engaging recruiters, like people that know how to speak our language, people that understand you, people that's knowing what you're needing and articulate the message from the campus. They can articulate the message from the campus like nothing, like, man, the representation, like a recruiter got to be a beast. They're a walking commercial. Like they're a walking commercial, literally. Literally, they are a walking commercial. So if you can get lined up, again, with your youth, they can experience something phenomenally beautiful. They can. They have the ability to do that. But you have to take the initiative and have them be a part of that. You cannot separate yourself from the responsibility of giving them the information. They need the information from you. So spread the word, spread the information so that to them, so that they would know. So it's your responsibility as a stakes person in their life to get them the pertinent information that they need. So whether you're a mother, father, sister, brother, grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, cousin, friend, homie, sis, whatever you are to the individuals that's needing to get this information. Again, this is for high school seniors, to all high school students, to even college students. Current college students can get tapped in. Current college students can get tapped in as well. Current college students can get tapped in as well. Current college students. So they can go down there, potentially want to do a transfer to one of the HBCUs. Yeah. Let's get it going. Let's get it cracking. Yeah, you can go on up there and holler at them and see what they got going on and see if there's a pathway for you. Because that's the key thing, is trying to figure out, is there a pathway for me? Is there some type of thing I can get tied into this thing with? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I believe a lot of people, and let me know in the chat, a lot of people would have liked to experience at HBCU. Type HBCU in the chat if that's you. If you was a person that would have loved to have experienced at HBCU, or if you have experienced one, type HBCU in the chat. Type HBCU in the chat. If you was a person that wish that you could have experienced that, because a lot of people you will see the stuff, or you have maybe had experienced at college, or a lot of us will see it on TV and stuff like that. Like, man, those things be off the chain, man. You can't tell me, man. You can't tell me nothing different. You can't tell me nothing different. Okay, they hitting them in the chat. Monty said, hey, see, ain't it dope? It's one of them things, man. It's one of them. It's one of them things. Cynthia said HBCC. A lot of people wish that it is something magnetizing, especially as you get older. Like, it's like, man, that click of, that could have been a dope opportunity that I could have taken advantage of probably, but didn't see the significance of it at first, right? And there's so many pathways, and even Cynthia being on here right now with the agricultural scholarship that they have for the HBCUs. I believe that is still going on. Let me know or not, Cynthia, if that scholarship is still going on? If it is, drop it in the chat. I'm definitely gonna do another segment and live on that. 100% free full ride scholarship to an HBCU on the agricultural scholarship. We have sent that out to a bunch of students over the years, and Cynthia pushed that heavily to try to get a lot of our students in that program. And yeah, it's pretty dope. Monty said I went to 7 or 8 of my cousin's football games when he went to Southern. Hey man, listen. Oh, he's mind blown, right? Ain't it? It's one for the books, man. It's one for the book. It is a phenomenal experience. Some people, and especially not being from that culture of having such an immersed sea of black folks in one populated area that's kind of just everywhere you look that is black, like everywhere. And then the flavor that's there and the swag that's happening, it's like nothing else. You can't compare it to nothing. You can't compare the college experience itself to anything else, right? And then when you 10x it with a black experience, it's just phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. Cynthia said, yes, yearly. Okay. Yep. It's a yearly scholarship for the full ride scholarship. It's agricultural scholarship to a HBCU is yearly. And I'm definitely going to do another one on that because I think that scholarship is actually coming up to be due. I think it was almost due every April or sometime, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, it's somewhere in there, March, April, and sometime is the deadline, typically yearly for that, if I'm not mistaken. But again, I'm passionate about helping people. I'm passionate about that. It's something that oozes from just who I am. Is what I've been bred in this life as ministry to do. It's part of my DNA. My mom and my dad instilled that in me, and just being able to help people. And so, and whatever you do, and I tell people this all the time, whatever you do, people gonna love and hate you, and people gonna love and hate you, no matter what you do, no matter what effort you give. It's gonna not be enough. Some people gonna think you're doing too much. It's always gonna be some type of praise and criticism that's gonna come with it. And so I think that holds a lot of people back because I'll have conversation with up and coming leaders and people that be wanting to do stuff. They be afraid of stepping on people's toes and all this other type of stuff. And it's just the devil in people's mind trying to snatch what the responsibility of them helping somebody else through whatever it is that they supposed to be helping them with, whether it's helping them to be inspired to do something or is giving them a resource or connecting them to something. Like, man, you got to step outside of that. You have to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. And I'm going to encourage more and more people to whatever it is what's on your heart. Don't be afraid. I don't care if 1 million people doing it. You be 1,000,001. Yeah, you be 1,000,001 in doing it. It's okay. God love you and God love them. So keep it pushing. Yeah, don't let nobody stop your movement of progress. Cause you are somebody. And you somebody special. Even if you is 1,000,001. 1,000,000 folks. 1,000,000 folks. Like Curtis said at the awards, he said just like us even getting here, we all winners because we all came here from being a sperm, and so when it was 1,000,000 that was ejaculated, one of them got in there and won the race. So it could have been, you couldn't be the person that you are. It would have been another one that won. So we're all winners just being here from the gate. And it's such a true statement. Like we're literally all winners just being here. Just being born itself was a whole process, man. Okay, she dropped it in the chat. I'm about to get up off this thing. USDA 1890 scholarships program. So yeah, research that, look that up. I'm gonna definitely be pushing that again because I think it's something that's pretty. I think it's something that's needed. Number one, it's something that's needed that we need to take advantage of, and it's something that's very important to. That should be important to all of us. It should be. It should be. In my humble opinion. In my humble opinion. So, again, man, make sure y'all share this, like it. Make sure that you subscribe to all of my channels, The Game Changer Show. We also are going to be doing some giveaways here. I'm going to be doing some Game Changer giveaways. So make sure y'all get locked in. Follow me on Instagram. I'm on X, which is formerly Twitter. YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. That mug gonna be going up. I'm gonna need the number to go up on the YouTube channel. So I'm gonna need y'all to go over there, subscribe to that as well, because I'm going to be going live whenever I got some time. Just come chop it up with y'all whenever I got some time. I ain't got much of it, like I told y'all before. But when I do, I'll jump on, come holler at y'all for a minute, and talk about some stuff I want to talk about. But y'all can shoot me some stuff. I've been seeing some people shoot me a few things that's been going on. But if I'm going to be talking about some hilarious stuff that's happening around here. Some stuff that I've been wanting to talk about that I got kind of in the motion to do it. But I just ain't, just be time, man. When I get the time, I'll do it. But of course, continue to subscribe. I appreciate all the love, man. Appreciate y'all taking y'all time to just be up on here with me and participating with my shenanigans and all these type of topics and conversations I'm going to be talking about. But again, y'all have a great night. Until the next time, love y'all, man. Y'all be cool out here in these streets because it is about to go down. Love y'all. Good night.